morning, everyone. Today I'm going to explain chapter 14. Uh, Chapter 14 is about promotion and technology and marketing. In my book, the book I'm using, technology and promotion are somehow in one chapter. However, in the new book released by Cambridge, technology and marketing is a separate chapter. I'll explain today the promotion and the aims, and of course the different forms of promotion, including sales promotion and advertising, and we'll talk somehow about marketing budget and its importance. So when I say marketing mix, of course you know that I'm talking about the 4 P's: place, product, price, promotion. We already covered the product in chapter 12 and the price in chapter 13. And now we're going to cover promotion. Promotion is an important part, of course, of marketing mix, and the marketing mix won't work without promotion. So when I say promotion, it's all the marketing activities that I'll do to just convince my customers and persuade them, or maybe inform them to buy my products. In the exam, the aims of promotion are important. You should know that the main aim of promotion, of course, to increase sales, but that couldn't be done without attracting the attention of your customers and trying to persuade them to buy the product. And here you have to understand that the promotion, of course, will be totally different in each and every stage of product life cycle. That's why you have to link your marketing activity or marketing action in terms of promotion, depending on the stage of product life cycle. So if the business is successful in creating a brand image, this personality that we give to the product, or if we are able to follow up with customers, or we are able to fix any problems, then the business will be able to get the attention of customers and achieve high sales, of course. So this is the main target of promotion and main aim. In a promotion, we have two types. The main title is a promotion, and some people, they just have a problem here, and they think that it's advertising like TV or radio or newspapers. Actually, promotion is divided into two types. The first one is advertising, and the one that we call in business above the line, and that means we have to pay for it. And the second one is called sales promotion, and we'll cover them today. And they are, of course, promotion that we don't pay for. So with respect to advertising, it's communicating with your customers. Of course, I'll use several ways: TVs, newspapers, we'll talk about them now. Of course, it all depends on my budget, and marketing budget is important here. In advertising, we have two types. The first advertising is called informative advertising, and this is usually on the introduction stage of the product life cycle, where I should inform customers about the product because I want to get their attention and increase their awareness. And the second one is called persuasive advertisement, and this usually happens in the growth stage, where I start persuading my customers to buy my products and not other products. In advertising, of course, there's a process to advertise. It starts always with an objective, and it depends on my budget, of course, to create my campaign. So some businesses have a low budget, some businesses they have or they put a high budget for advertising, so it depends. And then, of course, I select the media, and at the end I have to check if my advertising was successful. Otherwise, I have to change the advertising maybe. Okay, in advertising, we have several ways. They are easy, of course. Many of you already know these things. TV is the main one, especially for large businesses and those who have somehow a high marketing budget. It's easy because you can get millions of people to see your advertisement. You can create an attractive advertisement. However, we can say it's very expensive, and of course, not all businesses can afford the TV advertisements. Radio is also a way of advertising. We pay for it. We can reach several audience, several people, but also there is no visual image. Somehow it's expensive. You cannot get a wide range of customers or wide range of people to see your advertisement, like the radio, for example. Newspapers are also a good way of advertising. We see many ads on newspapers. We can target several audience using newspaper. However, using newspapers nowadays is not popular because maybe of social media use, but still many businesses still use newspapers. Magazines, especially specialist magazines, businesses use magazines to advertise for perfumes, maybe, especially if the magazine is related to a target market. Let's say a women magazine, sports magazine. So maybe I advertise for a supplement, let's say, using sports magazine. The good thing that I can attract the target audience, or I can advertise for a target audience, but as you know that usually magazines are only once a month or a week and they are expensive. Posters and billboards, we see this every day. It's relatively cheap comparing it to TV. It's permanent, and we mean here we can just pay for it and keep it there the time we want, of course, depending on a contract between us and the advertising company. But we cannot put a lot of information there, but still it's a common way used by businesses nowadays. Cinemas, and we all know if you go to the cinema before the movie starts, usually you can see an advertisement for a product, but of course limited people will see it. So we have many ways. Leaflets, it's really cheap. Businesses might use leaflets, of course not all businesses. Remember always the brand image of the business. So not all businesses will use leaflets and distribute them to people. Maybe if a new restaurant is opening in the neighborhood, they can use this way. But some people, they might ignore, or probably they will ignore it and they throw it. Internet, the wide use of internet nowadays in placing advertisements, and we see them every day, but still we have a problem that some people, they have limited access to the internet. Maybe we have many other ways of advertising, bags, neon signs. So usually businesses, of course, won't use all the ways, but they will choose the best ways depending on their marketing budget, depending on their market itself, depending on their brand image, and many more things. Now, the second part of promotion, which is called below the line promotion or sales promotion. These ways of promotion, of course, we don't pay for them, but usually we do them just to boost the sales maybe, or we want to increase the attention or get the attention of our customers. So they include price reductions, BOGOF or buy one get one free, gifts, competitions, coupons, let's say point of sale displays, after sales services, sponsorship, many things. Okay, the main thing or the main advantage usually of doing sales promotion, as I said, is to maybe boost the sales. Maybe I want customers to remember me. I want customers to just see the new product I'm doing. I have stock and I want to get rid of. Maybe I do discounts, and many reasons. We always see sales promotions, and of course they have targets. Price reduction, for example, is a common way. You see a lot of businesses, they make discounts on their products. Of course, discounts means a loss in profit, and it might affect the brand image, and probably not all businesses will do a price discount, because people will think they are cheap now or poor quality. However, it's a good way to encourage customers just to come and buy, and of course encourage customers to buy my product instead of competitors. Gifts, also it's a common way. Big businesses might give gifts to customers. Maybe I use coupon exchange we just give customers a chance to have a number of coupons and they exchange it for a free gift. This is also a part of sales promotion. Of course, it has its advantages. They will be consistent in buying my product, but sometimes the gift is not up to the expectations of my customers, maybe. Competitions, this is also a way. Large companies, they use this method, which is competition. Companies, they set competition, maybe to win a prize at the end, just to boost their sales and encourage customers to buy. And of course, the advantages are clear. Point of sale demonstration, this is common in the mall or supermarkets sometimes. They just demonstrate and tell customers or show them how the product looks or works, or maybe sometimes they make us taste a sample of product, maybe to encourage us to buy it. After sales service is a part of promotion, because usually when you sell a product, customers are looking forward to have a support, for example. So usually businesses, they do after sales service. They give customers the help and support after sales, and this of course will help to improve the brand image of the business. Free samples, it's clear, of course, we give samples to customers so that they maybe try it, or maybe these samples will let them buy the product, but of course the business will lose profit. Now, we explained already the sales promotion part and the advertising part, and now we're going to talk about marketing budget. This is really important, especially in the exam questions. They ask a lot about marketing budget and the cost-effective budget we have. So marketing budget is the amount of money made available by the business for marketing its activities. Of course, it's the money needed by the business. It's a financial plan set by the marketing department, approved by the finance department to advertise and do all the marketing activities. Marketing budget is really important because it affects my decisions. So remember, my marketing budget will affect my market research decision, my advertising decision, the way the product looks like, and many things. So for example, businesses cannot afford TV sometimes because of low budget. However, large businesses can do this. Remember, marketing budget is not about the sum. I mean, that it doesn't mean that the marketing budget is really high, the business will have an effective promotion or effective market research or whatever. Sometimes businesses spend large sum of money on advertisements, but they just get low sales. Maybe they chose the wrong way, or maybe they didn't do a proper market research. So remember, the budget should be spent cost effectively. This word is really important. Remember, cost effective means when you spend money on something and you get a very high value out of it. So I expect, if I spend millions, let's say I spend thousands on advertisements, I expect my sales to increase. If it doesn't increase, that means I have done a bad job, like it was not cost effective. Okay, so you have to just see if you achieved your marketing objectives, you increased your market share, customers are aware, your sales are increasing, and many marketing objectives, then we can say the marketing budget is cost effective. Of course, there is no ideal way of promoting. Of course, it depends on the stage of the product, as I said, on your product itself, on your budget, on the culture, the target market. So these are, of course, clear. Nature of the product itself. Some products, they require a special way of advertising. So here, for example, if you advertise for a computer, it's not like advertising for a perfume, for example. Your budget, of course, because you need to just follow the budget. If the budget is high, so maybe TV is a good option. If the budget is low, maybe we'll go for newspapers or radios. The culture is important, so you cannot advertise, for example, alcohol in the Arab region, let's say Saudi Arabia, but you can do this in Europe, and many advertisements are not allowed, or many people will not accept your advertisements in some countries because of cultural issues. So businesses have to take this into consideration, and of course the nature of your target market is important in stating the advertising or the promotion that the business will do. This is sponsorship. Sponsorship also is one of the ways of promotion. They talk about it here just to tell you that one of the things that businesses might do is to sponsor, link their name to an event. And this is, of course, common if you watch football. You will see that many teams now are sponsored by either airways like Qatar Airways, or maybe by Pepsi, Coca-Cola. These large businesses, they spend a lot of money on sponsorship, and of course it's a way of promotion. The last point in this chapter, and it will be covered more in chapter 15 about e-commerce, but here you have to know that social media nowadays, a social network, is a good way of promotion. We all use Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat. Businesses also do the same. They always use social media nowadays because it's really easy for them to attract customers, especially if the customer or the people you're talking about or you are targeting are teenagers maybe. So you'll attract customers easily by using social media. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and many more ways of social media. Okay, so that's it for chapter 14. In chapter 15, we'll cover the place. We'll talk more about the e-commerce, and chapter 16 will be the last chapter in marketing section. If you have any questions, you can just comment below, and if you need the book that I'm using, you can always email me or comment, and I'll send it to you as an email. Okay, thank you for listening, and see you.